right down, make sure your cinch is tight. Horse is kinda snuffy, cold chill up your spine. You'll get your ass moving, son, we're burning daylight.
Howdy there, I'm Matt McKinley and we're burning daylight.
In the saddle till the job's done right.
Welcome to Burning Daylight, the only podcast for the working cowboy. Because this is we're getting off to a hot start, and I don't want to.
It's a hot start. We don't have audience. Getting them hot.
I don't want to miss any of this up, but like what do you think your search terms would have to be on Pornhub? Like, if for somebody to come across this live stream, what do you think the keywords that were entered into the hub of porn?
Maybe like a cool down videos.
Cool down.
To make you less horny.
It's like edging, but without any of the buildup.
Yeah, it's supposed to shut that Viagra off after 4 hours.
This is like stepping back from that ledge, my friend.
We might be on a Mumbai fucking like a Mumbai call center list, or like go to this video after 4 hours. Go to this video.
We're probably beaming off one of Elon's satellites and it's going down to the Ukraine, and
that's probably what the fuck's happening. And I'm on the Starlink now, and it got caught in the crossfire there somehow. And I got flagged on the Starlink.
It's a good thing I took my big Z off the wall behind us.
Yeah, no shit. No more Azov Battalion memorabilia laying around. All right.
It was a real big thing in the memorabilia trade there for a minute.
Yeah, that fucking isn't that wild? Where like everybody over here who like isn't a full-blown communist is considered a Nazi, but yet we send a bunch of like a fuckload of money to a bunch of Nazis over in Ukraine, and it's all cool.
It's fun.
Yeah,
it's all cool, baby. Yeah, and like
humanitarian.
Yeah, but and not like Jordan Peterson Nazi, but like fucking grandchildren of the actual Nazis, like
Argentinian Nazis.
Yeah, exactly. They're not they're not Richard Spencer who's just like doing whatever Richard Spencer does, like looking kind of pretty but spouting a bunch of nonsense. Like these are like show up at your door and like get the fuck out of bed. You're going to a cattle car Nazis. Yeah, but it's cool to give them money.
It's fine, but they won't give us money. All I want is like a fleet of Toyota Hiluxes with Bob Deuces on top of them. That's all I want.
Yeah, I mean, can a guy get a little bit of something, like just a little something else?
Yeah, can I get a crate of AKs or some shot out M4s? That'd be fine.
Right. Yeah, those AKs, M4s. I mean, just whatever they got on hand, like whatever we didn't leave to the Taliban, like we'll take some of that, and MRAP maybe. I don't know.
Their supply might be running a little bit thin nowadays since they gave it all away to, our new friends over there in the Middle East.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, we gotta. Well, you know what it is like we started off on a hot take and we got real political, but it's when you shut off
the Taliban.
Yeah, when you shut off $30 million a day for 20 years, they all of a sudden they're like, hey, where's that $30 million going to come from? How about Ukraine and Finland and Sweden and who wants weapons? Who wants weapons? It is open season. Oh well, but yeah, cool down videos. Cowboy Bull Session, the cool down series.
Cool down series.
Speaking of politics, Ben Shapiro had something on his channel about one of them liberal talk show hosts, Jimmy Fallon, I think, was on there talking shit about Biden.
No shit.
Yeah, he said something ridiculous again about this Ukraine deal. Said something along the lines of, you just don't understand what we've got going on in Ukraine, and I can't find my cat.
Yeah,
he's a clever one.
He is. It's almost cruel at this point.
It really is.
Like that guy is. But also, I want to know what kind of drugs he's on because I want some of them for later on in life. Like, do they last that long? Do they keep? Because like we're gonna need stuff that's non-perishable for the coming apocalypse, the bougie depression.
The bougie depression.
Yeah,
that was an interesting episode. That was pretty good.
I got a little medicated on that one and just let it fly. But yeah, I like. Can you imagine what the jalopies are going to look like now? It's just going to be like a bunch of Sprinter vans with like people from Boulder looking for jobs in Oklahoma. They're all going to go to the new weed stores in Oklahoma and just hoping for something a little better.
Best of luck.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be a fun time, fellers. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, there's this economic deal's gonna it's getting like every day. It's just like the stock market just keeps going down. Starting to feel a lot like the 20s and 30s. It's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah,
boys.
it is a lot like that. It'll be different though. It'll be different, but in like a funny way.
I think Elon's just like preparing for the boogaloo, and he is setting himself up to be like a demigod. Because he's got SpaceX, he's got Tesla, and now he's got Twitter. He's got his underground, his tunnel company. Who the fuck knows where they've drilled a tunnel to? Like if I was him, I would be talking to cartel people like muy pronto. Like if shit's going down, I kind of want to be on the cartel side. Like they don't seem to. They stood down the Mexican military the other day. Here a while back when they had one of the leaders hold up somewhere. And fucking cartels stood him down and like until they released him. Yeah,
I did not know that. Damn.
Yeah, it's fucking wild. So like, yeah, if I was Elon, I'd be like, I'll drill a tunnel to wherever the fuck you want to, and just I'll overlook the cocaine. I'm just doing this for research, man. Yeah, I don't know.
Chop of blueprints for guidelines.
Yeah, it's interesting times, but yeah, I just wonder like how like what's it gonna look like when shit hits the fan here? Because I don't think there's any way we're gonna have a Dust Bowl quite like the Dust Bowl. Like I'm have you guys ever read The Worst Hard Time?
No.
That's
I've heard you mention it a few times.
Yeah, that is like there was people that would hook a cable to their car, and I know I said it before on here, but everybody just hooked a chain to the axle of their cars. So when those dust storms would blow through, they were so much static electricity that it would just like short out the cars. And so you had to have that chain to ground it.
Ground it out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking wild. And so we ain't ever seen a dust storm like that.
No.
Like I mean, I
still see.
I'll go ahead.
You still see oilfield companies like they're pumping pickups and whatnot out here. They'll be dragging a piece of cable, and that's for the same reason.
Yeah, and a cable, I guess, doesn't give off as many sparks either, so less likely to, I guess, to start a fire that way. But I don't know. Yeah, it's I didn't know all of that till reading that book, but I do remember, like back in like 2012, towards the tail end of that blizzard or that drought, like some of those dust storms, like like your electricity would get like real like jumpy, like it wouldn't like quite go out, but it would just like flicker quite a bit. And I wonder if that had something to do with it. I guess it's iron in the topsoil or something, but yeah, reading that book and just realizing how much of the prairie they plowed up back then, like fuck, man. It's no wonder it blew like it.
Yeah, that was. And I didn't realize until I listened to your last episode there that how much they had plowed up and the reasons they did it. I didn't know any of that. So that was pretty cool to hear.
Yeah. And then it got into like speculation and shit. There was like there were people that they called them suitcase farmers, and they would like they'd buy a half section or whatever, and then and then it would like no crop would come up, but they only paid whatever, bought it for cheap, so they just fucking leave it, and it just blew, like just nothing happened to it. And there was it was wild. I wish my granddad was still alive so I could hear a few more stories about that, but yeah, crazy shit.
Yeah, that would have been a pretty wild time to be alive at this part of the world.
It's hard to believe that happened anymore, too, because a lot of this country's gone back to us. There's not really very much farmland up where we're at anymore, but the biggest telltale signs are all the tree rows and terraces, improved grass, and everything's in a quarter too around here. There's not a whole lot of big country up here.
Yeah, that's kind of the way, same way it was. I'm like south of where I was, but man, there's people they just keep holding on. They still try to dry land farm that stuff, and I don't know what else you do. I mean, I guess they keep on going. It's that's just a country that should have never been plowed up.
No, got no business being farmed.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Worst part about it's all the.
What's that now?
Worst part about all those farms around here, a lot of it's the circles. And down south, we've got a place at Quail, Texas, and they've sucked just about all the water out from under us over there.
Yeah, that I mean, it's fine to farm, like that when you got the water, but when the water's gone, well, that makes the rest of that ground just pretty damn worthless.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I don't know. There's I'm far more a believer in climate change when it comes to shit like that than I am with the emissions. I don't know. I don't know. I've read a lot about it, and I don't understand much of it. But I just I try to think when people try to make it rain and like it just that don't like you can't control it, but
it don't.
But you can damn sure make like a shitty spell of weather worse, and the Dust Bowl's a perfect example of that. Like that drought would have happened regardless, but the plains wouldn't have blown like that because they had grass and with deep roots. So it still would have been a really shitty period of time. There would have been a lot of ranchers went out of business. And but it wouldn't have blown.
Right. It wouldn't have got destroyed.
Until the fire come across it and burned all that grass off.
Yeah. But it's still, you wouldn't have lost all that topsoil with just with the root system there, and then it would have. Yeah, and then I guess when you have a what was it like 8-year drought, I mean eventually you're not going to have anything to burn anyways. It'll so it's just like it would have sucked really bad regardless. But man, that farming made it so much worse. Just it's just mind-boggling. In a real short amount of time. So like that was a man-made disaster, and but it wasn't the climate change that did it. It was poor farming practices that wild how that. They said
nature
like
knew what it was going to do anyways.
Yeah, exactly. Like you would have had smoke in New York City like we had last summer from the California fires, but instead of that, they had dust from the Great Plains in New York City, like layers of dust in New York City from that shit once it hit that jet stream and just. Like, my gosh, man, that's
wild.
That's crazy. Just insane. Yeah. It's So I guess I don't think we have that sort of looming. I don't know. Maybe here out west after everything's burned up there, if it once it'll come a big rain or something and just mudslide everywhere. I don't know. It's
no shit.
I'm not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing we didn't get much snow this year, because if you get a big snow, we would have had more shit to burn. But this year is going to be drier, but maybe it'll be less shit to burn. I don't know. Fuck if I know. It's
have y'all been pretty dry?
Yeah, it's been real dry. We I think we're about 30, something like 30% of average year on snowpack. There's what we had this year. Yeah, so it's pretty shitty. Hay prices are what are you guys paying for hay out there?
I ain't bought no hay. I don't know.
Well, yeah, it depends. Last year, and it depends on what you're buying too. If you're buying grass hay out here, kind of a big round bale of it would go for a good round bale would go for about $55, $60.
Oh shit!
Oat hay, heard some quoted at $115 a bale
this year.
Last year,
I paid $70.
$70
for irrigated oat hay.
You buy it off the vestry.
Mm-hmm.
After that, it got high. It jumped up. 115 is what I heard quoted on it last year.
Yeah, well,
one-ton square barrels went down to 155, and now they're back up to like 250.
Yeah, they're talking like over $400 a ton for alfalfa out here this year. Yeah, it's it's gonna be rough. Gonna be rough.
It's not going to be very sustainable.
No. I'm really waiting for like late fall. I think that's when the horse market's going to collapse. Between inflation and then hay prices now. I think it's going to get too expensive to feed a horse for a lot of people, and we might be able to pick up some good ones for pretty cheap.
Yeah.
That's
the good part about it too. Nobody's going to want to buy horses if they have to pay $5,000 for a sale barn shitter that then turn right around and spend $1,000 feeding it all winter.
Yeah, well, and right along those lines, as I had advertised before, we got a topic to cover, and this will cover a lot of the horse woes, because why women shouldn't ride horses, bikes, or bicycles. I'm not sure what the difference is between bikes or bicycles here. I'm guessing he's talking motorbikes and bicycles. I'm not sure.
It sounds like it.
Oh yeah. So this thread is quite awesome. I don't. We'll just go through it and we'll react as we go. But it's from Alpha Masculinity, and it's at Alpha Masculine 1. Why women shouldn't ride horses, bikes, or bicycles, and it's thread. I will post links with evidence at the very end. I did not go through the links, and
I didn't go through those either.
I'm kind of scared to, but we might. We'll see. I write this as another red pill of female nature that husbands and father must swallow for the betterment of their marriages and society. I care for my fellow brethren. It is the very reason this account exists. And where's the rest of the thread? Where's the thread? There we go.
Yeah, there you
go. I thought, where are the... Oh, did they delete it?
I found it a while ago.
I did too.
I don't quite know how to run that, but
yeah, I'm getting back into the swing of Twitter, and maybe I can airdrop it to myself. Where the hell did all the comments go? Or maybe I'll just go right to his page. Writer on biblical masculinity, gender roles, masculine frame, female nature, and general manhood. He is what you would call a mansplainer, I believe.
To put it lightly, I think.
I think so. Okay, so there was two tweets that got deleted. I wonder what they were. I bet they were doozies. But he said further evidence of this is a woman's ability to have multiple orgasms in a short amount of time. Women can also be sexually satisfied without orgasm, which means a man can. That's what guys just tell themselves. A woman can also be sexually satisfied without orgasm. This guy's awesome, which means a man can play and have sex with his wife for any length of time, be it 5 minutes or an hour. The point of this is women are easily stimulated and aroused through almost any part of their body. They should be careful of what they do or in what activities they take part. Careful, ladies. My belief is that women should stay pure, innocent, clean, and modest as possible with regards to their bodies. They must protect and not spoil it in any way for their future/current husband. Sexual arousal and stimulation not for or from her husband makes a woman filthy. You dirty bitches.
Protect that sunflower.
You gotta protect it.
Somebody's got to clean the cobwebs out, though.
Well, if you don't, somebody will. That's always a guaranteed. Always a guaranteed. This is a major part of why I believe women should not ride horses, bicycles, or motorbikes. It is weird and disgusting because women are sexually aroused and stimulated by these activities. That's a new one to me. I've heard a lot of sexual innuendos about horse girls, but it wasn't that they were getting off from riding the horse. It was, that increased their abilities in the riding section, as it's pretty standard joke. But I'd never heard of like rubbing your bean on the saddle. I've never been around plenty of ladies that ride, and I've never heard that be a thing. Have you?
It seems like it's made up.
Yeah, this guy. I wonder what he looks like. Like,
He probably has a neck beard.
Yeah. Either way, like if he's for real or if if he's trolling, either way, I think a neck beard plays.
Either that or he belongs to the Church of Latter-day Saints. I don't know which.
Yeah,
He's a Burnin.
maybe Amish. I'm not sure.
Computers.
Oh, true. Mennonite maybe.
Mennonite could be Mennonite.
Could be Mennonite. I'm not. I'm not too familiar with the Hutterite. Idiosyncrasies. Is that what you call it?
Yeah, I believe so.
I'm not sure with that about their situation, so I can't comment. But I think maybe the Mennonites. I could see this.
One way or another, he is a scorned again virgin.
Yeah. Or if he's not, I need to get this guy on the podcast because he's awesome.
You should try that.
I shall. I'm gonna open this on another tab. See how many followers he has. That might be attainable. 18.5. I might send him a message. Most of them having multiple orgasms in these sessions. The other ones are just too ashamed to admit it, but never too ashamed to stop it.
I don't feel like any of that's true.
Yeah, this is weird and disgusting. I don't know what's disgusting about that. Because women are sexually aroused and stimulated by these activities, most of them having multiple orgasms in these sessions. Like, there is just sopping wet panties every time they go out for a little trot.
Every single time. Like, I'm going to go ride, you stay home.
Ruin a pair of panties. Yeah, it's like you really gotta oil that saddle up on a slick seat. You gotta oil that shit frequently.
Well, that's why you just yell at them and get onto them for shit all day, and then they forget all about it.
There you go. The number one reason is the sexual stimulation. Women's genitals are directly in contact and stimulated by the bicycle seat, horse's back, and saddle. The bike being a mega vibrator, the road and general movements when riding a bicycle, and the obvious rhythmic movements and aggressive touch of their genital area during horse riding. This guy he's like the biggest prude on earth.
Yeah. I mean, mine touched my saddle too, but it doesn't. I don't get stuck to the sumbitch.
No, and
if they were really getting off on that, you'd think there'd be a lot more of them doing that.
That's true.
Like
You thought,
Every other woman on earth would own a horse or a motorbike or a bicycle.
For example.
right.
What about unicycles? Did we cover unicycles? Because that could be a big problem too.
That is a valid question.
Maybe female circus clowns.
Pogo sticks.
Pogo sticks. That's because it'd have to like
pogo sticks.
it'd have to like rub up against the center beam. Yeah, I could see it. That's probably ought to be outlawed too. Let's see. Everywhere on social media, when you come across horses, they will always portray their relationships as sexual / romantic. I'm gonna Photoshop our faces onto these chicks for the album art. Yeah, that's gonna be the cover art for this.
It needs to be.
Yeah. I'm calling the chick in the plaid. She's got a big old bumper on her.
Correctly.
That she reminds me of you.
I think I make it look good. This can be expected since the horse / act sexually stimulates them. They also care for these horses, getting completely obsessed in the process. The horse is also very large, strong, muscled, powerful, and yes, packing. The horse is packing. It acts as sort of a masculine figure women fall in love with and are sexually attracted to. The horse almost always becomes a platform for sexual validation. If your bitch has a horse, she wants to fuck it. That's what that's saying.
Obviously, I feel like we all knew that.
Yeah.
But what if they ride mares? Do they want to scissor? Do they want to scissor their horse?
Only lesbians ride mares. That's a known fact.
Oh damn! I'm a proud lesbian.
Me too.
I'm an ashamed lesbian.
Is that a thing though? Like, you know, they have the donkey shows down in Mexico. But do they have like the lesbian donkey shows where they like scissor a burro?
They hoof each other.
Just toe to toe, if you will.
Toe to toe.
Well, what kind of donkey shows do they have in Mexico now?
I've never been to Mexico. Enlighten us, Matt.
I've never been to that part of Mexico. The only time I was in Mexico, I was with a church group, and
so you're saying the group didn't go to a show?
The group did not go to a show. The church was not affiliated with any donkey show.
That guy's church is affiliated with those donkey shows?
I'm not real positive.
Church was.
I don't remember that guy's name, so I'm going to go ahead and say yes. He was totally Cartel Donkey Show affiliated.
Cartel Donkey Shows.
Yeah.
They put on the best donkey shows.
Yeah. So I guess that's a thing though, where that shit actually happens. And like how they don't just like split that poor woman in two, I don't know, but yeah.
I feel like it's something you lead up to. You got to do a lot of drugs.
Yeah, I think that the only time that's something you jump head first into is like if you just stumble into it on a heater or something, you know. But I don't know. But I've never heard about lesbian donkey shows. So if anybody out there is privy to this information, I would like to know. I don't want to see it necessarily.
But not, you know.
I mean, but I
might.
If I have to, I mean, I will. But like I don't know. I've just never heard of that being a thing. So anyway, we're the women using the horse, and they're revealing tight / harlot clothes for all sorts of sexual posing and suggestion.
I can't believe they do something like that.
Yeah, See, I thought about. I think this might be Chauncey. This might be your pose for the cover art. I think that's a good one.
I feel like it's
Yeah. She looks
boots
tall.
in the top really all together.
She looks like she's kind of lanky. You're pretty lanky. This is probably Eric.
Yeah.
That's Eric's, I think.
Plus, I like the heart hands for Eric.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is me.
Yeah.
I think
And the
it-
red
And that
pants.
is my heart horse.
There you
Yes.
go. Your forever friend. Yeah. I think we solved that. The horse basically.
I had one more argument too that just popped in my head, and it was that they're always on top.
That's
Yeah.
true. You never see a woman on the bottom of a horse.
Exactly.
Rarely. Rarely
I mean-
do you see that.
Yeah, if they're on the bottom of a horse, they're not there willingly.
No, exactly.
Which
Yeah.
makes it better.
Yes, it does. That's a little double entendre there, and I like it.
It's about time the horse had a say in the matter. Instead of just being treated like some piece of meat. Some
Really?
piece of fridge meat.
Because the horse
They had their
basically
say
turns
with the invention of stock racks.
the horse basically turns into a tool for masturbation, sexual fantasy, and a stripper pole. These
A
women are
stripper pole.
these women are doing nothing else other than engaging in bestiality. Why would a real, sane, God-fearing man ever allow his wife or daughter to partake in such things? Like,
I don't know why you wouldn't.
yeah, I don't know.
You reckon this is a satirical page, or
I
is
hope
this
so.
guy serious?
I kind of hope it's yes and no. Like either way,
I
it's
kind of hope it's serious so Matt can get him on the show and just
like pick his brain. I don't even want to argue with him. I just want to let him like just
I want to know what's going on up there.
yeah. Let's have a look around in there. Let's
Maybe
see.
bring your mother and see what she instilled in you.
Yeah, like let's
Maybe she
make
could crack for her.
let's make this a little family reunion. Like I want to see. A man who allows his wife to ride a horse is a man who shares his wife with an animal. I don't even want to mention or talk about daughters because this whole concept is disgusting to think or talk about. Yeah, you're the one that brought it up. Like,
I mean, I don't think anybody else has really delved into this besides that guy.
no, like I didn't know this was a thing until this popped up. Like alpha masculinity was trending on like my For You topics, and I was like, fuck yeah, alpha masculinity, this gotta be good. And see, this is the great thing about Twitter, because it is, if they allow, especially if like Elon takes over and it's just wide open, because then you get to see the freak out from both sides, and they're both varying degrees of hilarious.
Yes.
And so you like have this still. Alpha masculinity was trending because this guy, whether he's serious or not, spent some time delving into this and made this glorious thread, and it went viral. And I'm all about that. I'm all about that, because now we have, I mean, like we're still like got a lot of this thread to go yet, and there's just so much material.
Well, you can't say that the man didn't do his research.
Yeah, because there's like two separate tweets just links of all this stuff that I'm like we're gonna have to delve into now.
I was scared to visit the links, to be totally honest.
Yeah, I've got my VPN on, so I think we'll be fine.
Shit!
I'll set it for what's a good neutral country? Sweden, maybe. No, they're I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
how about let's see, the Democratic Republic of Congo.
Great.
possibly.
I was thinking Nigeria or something.
Nigeria. Maybe my Nigerian prince uncle will hear this.
Yeah, for real.
And finally send me that 30 grand he owes me.
Did you know that Nigeria is like I think outside of Egypt, maybe the richest country in Africa?
Is it really?
Well, I believe it.
Yeah, with all
Scammers.
these, I know it. And well, they're either scammers or Uber drivers in Dallas.
That's true. That's true.
Like those, it is a thrill riding with those fuckers. It is scary, but like you feel very alive when you get out. Like I've never seen them crash. I've only been on 2 of them, so small sample size. But yeah, I was a little nervous while he was driving where we were driving to the hotel, and then but then when I got out, I was like, whoa.
I made it.
Yeah, let's go get fucked up.
Yep, hotel bar now.
Yeah,
it's all kissed the ground.
I was ready for that.
Oh shit!
I threw up in one of their cabs one time in Fort Worth.
Oh yeah,
and that guy was pissed off. He said, "You throw up in my cab?" I was like, "I didn't anywhere else throw up."
Your window's broken, sir.
I was in the back seat of a van with a sliding door. It didn't roll down.
Oh shit! Yeah, a van is not ideal if you got a yak.
No, it's bad news all around.
Like a school bus would be a better option because you can at least you have a fighting chance if you got strong fingers to get the little notches.
Yeah, but you've got to have dairy farmer fingers for that shit.
Yeah, like you got to be a farrier since you were 3 to get those open on the first try.
Yeah.
So anyway, it says go do your own research. Go look at these social media accounts. Go read the opinions of psychologists and behaviorists and their research. Spend time on confessions websites and forums. This guy's got a lot of time on his hands. Go read posts of women who can hide their names. Some have guilt and need to share. Others, none. See and think for yourself and make your own decision. I just want what is best for my fellow man and try to bring them advice along with the truth. If the man rides a horse as a hobby, for work, as a sport, or whatever else, and wants his wife to join him, she can do so by riding with him in front with her legs together and to the side. Get in front of me, bitch. That's the only way you're riding this horse.
Wrap them legs around the saddle horn.
Yep. Because that's not going to cause any friction in the nether regions at all.
No.
Yeah, it won't cause any trouble.
None whatsoever.
No.
That's how the Indians do it.
Right.
And they made him walk, actually. This guy might be an Indian.
That's probably...
He might be. Son of a bitch. I'm so intrigued by this
did
dude.
the ladies get to ride horses in the Indian tribes?
I don't believe they did. I think they had to walk.
Have to walk.
I believe they walked.
I'm not for sure. I think a lot of them walked, but I know, like, I think the Comanches everybody rode.
I think so. They were a big horse tribe.
Yeah, because there's accounts of them jumping up or capturing Comanches and then end up being women on, just riding by themselves. She can also ride along with him or her, on her own horse using a side saddle and not dressing like a prostitute.
That sounds kind of boring, but
I mean, sounds like an awful time.
A shitty Tuesday.
The pictures that were on the screen earlier, the society that I want to live in.
Yeah. Avoid bicycle, or with a bike, she can sit behind him. Avoid bicycles. She shouldn't ride alone as a hobby, as a sport, or for any other reason than what her husband wants. I like this guy.
I think he's onto something.
I'm a big fan of this fella. Big fan. I got to get a faster computer now, fellas. I got the fast internet, but my computer is slow as fuck. All right. So this is how they're supposed to dress. I mean, I could see some guys being into that, but that's not really my thing.
I'm not into it.
Yeah, I could take it or leave it, but I'm not going to say no. But like, when you get into the mechanics of that whole thing, I mean that dress probably weighs 30 pounds, and then you got the, what do they call that thing? The corset. Like that's a whole process in itself too.
Yes.
So like that one,
Margaret Ann would just raise that dress up about 3 inches where I could see her ankles.
Yeah, then you you wouldn't even have to wade through the petticoats, because if you're back, if you're into that type of deal, like you said, yeah, flash a little ankle bone and Yahtzee, you're done.
Let out a grunt.
Yeah. Let's see. That's another one.
There's nothing appealing about that, actually.
No.
Which is what the man wants.
Exactly.
Can you imagine if she got in a bind, though? She'd be a fuck chicken.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
That would be.
She's attached.
I would probably pay to see that. Yeah,
I would pay to see her jump her barriers she's about to overtake.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, I would definitely pay to see that. Just slap old Pinto right on the ass and watch it happen. This one is probably the least weird picture of them all.
Yeah, that's kind of more of a normal picture.
Yeah, it's actually kind of a really cool picture. Like, there was a good photog that took that.
Yeah, I dig that.
Yeah, it's going to be my new screensaver. And here is some support. Okay, so can girls orgasm from riding horses? Well, let's find out.
Let's on tonight's episode of.
If it's can girls orgasm from riding horses during the ride? Are they sitting on their hips or their vagina? Does a vagina? This is a question from a dude who has clearly never seen or felt a vagina. Or
where is it located?
Or
exactly.
rode a horse either. Yeah,
I tried to find her clitoris. I looked everywhere. I couldn't find it in her purse or under the bed.
Yeah, well, everybody knows the clitoris is the biggest myth ever propagated on mankind.
Yes.
Does the vagina of a girl rub enough against the horseback to make her horny or give her an orgasm? Tony's, of course, it's in Wales. I'm sure Wales. They're into some weird shit.
Yeah.
My wife has been involved with horses for most of her life and gets very coy when I ask her this question.
What does she mean by involved?
I have chatted to others, though, and there is definitely some truth in it. Yeah. All right. Well, this. I don't really know the answer to that, but I once saw a video where there was a group of guys on motorcycles, and there was young women on the back of the. Just before they set off, one of the women literally planted her vulva on the seat. She was wearing panties. It was pretty obvious. She shifted herself so her bits were in contact with the bike. Whether she did that for her own obscure reasons, who knows? But it looked like she was using the bike as a 600cc, 200-mile-an-hour sex toy. That guy, I'll take shit that never happened for 600, Alex. So this is solid research from this fella.
From Quora.
Yeah, solid research. All right, another Quora.
I believe everything that I just heard.
Yeah. This goes back to me and Aaron's sheath underwear ad read. Like, for the ladies, do you split the lips for like the divider? Because sheath has like the pouch for your dick and your balls. There's a pouch for each. And so for the ladies, like, is there a pouch for each side, and is there like a divider with a pillow for the clitoris. Like, I'm not sure how all that works.
Did someone type that for real?
No, me and Aaron on Fence Post Politics came up with that as an ad read for sheath underwear. They never got back to me. They never.
Really?
Yeah, well, they did share it to their story, but they never did get back to me on becoming a sponsor.
Still kind of a narrow-minded outfit, if you ask me.
I know, a bunch of assholes, really. So has any female had an orgasm when riding a bareback horse? Emily Catry says, I did it before. Actually, yes, I have. Oh, this is a lengthy one. I've been riding horses for a while now, and the first time I had an orgasm on the back of a horse was trying out riding the horse bareback. It was really strange as I rode around a bit before happening. I felt the buildup in my groin area, but dismissed it as the feel of riding a horse this way. After a while, I felt myself trembling a bit. My crotch area was a bit wet, and I knew what was happening. I held it in for as long as I could, but when riding the horse through a fast section of the course, it happened. I fell on the horse, squirting a tremendous amount on the inside of my pants.
Oh my God.
I lay there for a while, releasing this.
That should be a rodeo event.
It really should. I lay there for a while, releasing the liquid and shuddering a bit. My superiors came over, a bit red in the face and laughing a bit. They said, not to worry, it can happen. It's happened to me a few times, and that was it. Only ever done it that one time.
That was written by a 14-year-old boy.
100%.
One time at band camp.
Yeah.
How did this guy find this particular forum? Like, this is...
You have to search far and wide. Like, that guy must take his research seriously.
Very serious. I mean, that was fantastic writing. 100%.
For a $12 romance novel at Walmart.
Yeah.
Yes.
100% bullshit, but that was excellent writing.
I think it was plagiarism, honestly.
I think so. Katie, there is no such thing as a bareback horse. Now, if you wanted to reword your question with proper grammar, and this bitch hasn't been laid in 10 years, it would be, has any female had an orgasm when riding a horse without a saddle? The term bareback can refer to a horse without a saddle as well as the rider is naked. And it also refers to my time with your mom, Katie. Ivana, yes, I had an orgasm while I was riding horse. I realized when I started getting big orgasm and then I started to squirt, my gray leggings were all wet. That's a 15-year-old German dude.
That makes sense, actually.
Yeah. Stefan Seiss. I'll follow that one. I really don't know if it can happen while riding a horse. I guess so, because after all, girls love horses. But I once had a girlfriend that got off on the bike even with her pants on.
It's weird that she didn't have pants on his bicycle.
Yeah, like, that's just unsafe.
It is unsafe. It's a distraction.
Yeah, I mean, that's what causes the downfall of society when you really think about it.
Bottomless women on bicycles.
Yeah, this alpha masculine guy, like, I'm wondering, he might become like one of the pillars of the Church of Burning Daylight at some point. Like, he's making a lot of sense after reading through this. It's probably he might be a 15-year-old boy, Mr. Alpha Masculine guy. Either way,
I could do that.
Hilarious person. I can tell though. I get heat for my sense of humor sometimes. This is Hyperion Dax, but I will stoically say with a proud, noble, And stern face. Women like horses. Let's show myself out.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Man,
okay.
He dug deep for that one.
Yeah.
Did.
Yeah, I did. Well, good for you, guy. You wasted a solid 15 seconds of my life. I'm not even mad. You got me.
I wish I could come up with shit like that.
Yeah. Do women get turned on riding a horse? Molly Carter. Short answer, it doesn't necessarily turn you on, but it can stimulate you. There's another lengthy one.
I would say it depends on the horse,
Do I start a free trial? I don't want to start a free trial.
I don't think you should do that.
All right. Well, we'll read as far as we can.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Okay, so here's the situation. I rode Western, which means you keep your ass in the saddle no matter what speed your horse is going. On a trail ride, which was the majority of my riding, you generally slouch in the saddle, kind of get into the rhythm of the horse, the back and forth sway as you move through fields and forests. In this position in a Western saddle, it's the bottom of the vulva, the lips, and the entrance to the vagina that's in direct contact with the saddle. But if you sit up in the saddle, take on a strong posture, which you do when your horse is trotting, your pelvis rocks forward and your clit comes in contact with the saddle. And as some of the previous answers mentioned, the stimulation is similar to what women experience when they're riding a dude. So the stimulation's there, and that stimulation feels good, but does it turn you on? And yep, not good. We'll have to.
The answer is yes, though.
Yeah, so probably also written by a 14-year-old. Let's see.
I kind of wonder if this guy is first language is English, or if he's just like kind of young, because he's got some grammatical shit on his posts that don't quite add up.
It's probably a Russian troll farm that did it, and like why do the Russians have the best villains? Like what is it about the Russians that like they're just the best at being villains?
Well, everybody's got to be good at something, and I mean, yeah. What else are they good at? We used to have Germans, and now we've got Russians. Right,
and yeah. Well, I think we're gonna have Germans again too, because Poland's gonna get fucked with because they've been letting all the weapons through. They shut off the gas to Poland. I wonder, like, is that still a thing, or they did just do that temporarily?
I have not heard. I think it was supposed to be temporary, but I don't know if it's still going on or not.
That whole deal is so fucking weird. Like, are you actually at war, or what's the deal? Because like, if you're supposedly think the Russians are the worst thing on the face of the earth, like, why are you still buying their fucking oil? Like, that should have been a day one thing if it was such an outrage. Like,
yeah, exactly. It makes a guy wonder.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But I think at some point the Germans are gonna have to go save Poland and be like Blitzkrieg 2.0.
But guess who's in charge now?
Yeah,
again,
right.
I wouldn't say free, more like under new management.
Yeah, under new management.
Yeah, because we don't do straight up colonialism anymore, or imperialism. We do like this fake shit that we do, where like we kind of like we go in and we put in our own guy, and then we act like we had no hand in it, and even though everybody knows we had a hand in it, but it's like plausible deniability. Oh, sure, right. This white dude in army fatigues that sure sounds like an American that we captured here, but he doesn't have a patch on his shoulder. Boy, well, it couldn't have been the U.S. government, could it? I always it's funny how that that all shit works. Like everybody knows who did it, but like, oh well, at least our flag's not on them, so then you can't retaliate.
That was the chief naval officer of Old Zealand.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Let's see. There's let's see. I wonder if I'm locked out on the Quora stuff. What a workout. Women report that exercise triggers orgasm. Oh, so this guy wants fat women too. He doesn't want them to work out. Only workout you get is when you're plowing your dude.
I feel like we found like where his standards are at though.
Yeah, he likes a thick bitch.
Yeah, fat British women. You know,
right?
The best of the best.
Yeah, like you got to get a custom made side saddle. Yeah, gotta get an 18-inch side saddle for that old heifer.
Yeah.
You know, it's that they use cup sizes, but it's for their thighs to make the thigh cup for the side saddle. She's a
Triple H.
Yeah,
is in the house. So funny, little bit of a departure, but you know who else rides horses topless?
Who's that?
Vladimir Putin.
Fact.
This could be a roundabout way. This page might be just a roundabout way of destroying the Russian, society as we know it.
Yeah, it might be. He's got a whole bunch of different articles here. I've got, like I said, two different tweets with just nothing but links, and yeah, this guy is very, very well researched.
You can tell he's done his homework.
Yeah.
He didn't just make this shit up.
He didn't fuck around.
No.
Okay, here we go. This is going to be a good one. 10 ways women have accidental orgasms. Number 1 is ab workouts. Number 2 is Kegels. That one, I guess, would make sense, I guess. I don't know.
I can see that one.
Yeah. Horseback riding.
But I cannot see how it would be an accident.
The term accidental orgasm is just a strange term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that one time I got raped.
Number 4 is committed relationship for accidental orgasm. Call us suckers, but we are charmed to learn that practice with a partner apparently does not make perfect. There are a number of studies out there to back this up, including one involving 24,000 college students, which found that about 40% of women had an orgasm during their most recent casual encounter. In comparison, 75% of women had an orgasm the last time they had sex with while in a committed relationship. So the formula for
doesn't
climactic.
seem like an accident.
Yeah, that seems. That doesn't make any sense to me. But just having
show
committed
me all these orgasming women, and I'll show you a bunch of liars.
Exactly. Yeah. Women are all a bunch of sluts. They come every time. We all know it.
Exactly, it happens all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
Do your research.
Yeah,
especially when they're on horseback.
For real. Like where's the minister of truth on that one?
Female because you might want to keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
Out there just
go sing a Mary Poppins song about that, Nina Jankowicz.
People that say men will fuck everything, and
that was horrifying, by the way.
I'm talking about. Men will fuck everything, says the other side that evidently fucks horses and motorbikes and bicycles and pogo sticks.
They can't walk unicycles.
Exercise. How do you fuck exercise?
Yeah.
They can't walk down the street, apparently, without having a unholy orgasm.
For real. Like they're just a walking orgasm. Just a walking, talking orgasm machine.
To do it the way that God intended.
And it won't happen.
And it won't happen.
Right. Yeah. Oh, my head hurts. Get out of here.
The last thing I want to do is intercourse into the bedroom, but
Yeah.
I'm just not going to do it.
Your head hurts because you've just been coming in your panties all day. That's why. Probably dehydrated from just squirting all day.
I don't have the energy to do it anymore.
Yeah, I wouldn't
I'm
either.
going to stand still for like 30 minutes.
I had to walk to the mailbox, and I'm just not in the mood now.
I mean, I'd be tired all the fucking time
But I'll
too
get
if I
in the
just
mood on the way
jizzed
back.
every day or every waking moment of my life.
Did you get your pins, Rod? No.
No.
No, not quite.
Huh.
We're going to be going back out soon.
I
As I have a ham sandwich and a glass of OJ.
I need a sandwich and a cigarette. Number 5 is biking.
I'll be back in action, boss.
I'm taking a nap, Brett.
Oh shit!
And I will never call my job.
Motorcycles and other vibrating rides. Number 7 is massage. I could see that. 8 is yoga. I don't know how you. I don't know how yoga would make you accidentally come, like unless like ripping your asshole makes you come. I don't know, because like I do some yoga to keep all limber and shit, and there's nothing about that turns me on. That shit sucks. That shit
Sounds like the
sucks.
opposite of a good.
Yeah, it's not fun. It helps, but it is not that's not fun. A sneezing fit. You sneeze and come at the same time. That I want to see that. Like, not even for the sexual reason. I just want to see that for the comedy.
That'd be hilarious.
Like, can you like get one of those remote vibrators and then just like dump a bunch of pepper in their face and just
Yeah, that's exactly what I was just thinking.
That's the one reason I never sneeze when I'm standing up.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's you know, when especially if you're going commando, like fuck, you're liable to put somebody's eye out.
Yeah. Just imagine it coming out with the same velocity as the sneeze.
Oh shit!
It's gonna put a hole in the wall.
Yeah, I mean that shit gets a little Western. Active imagination, aka thinking off.
Thinking off.
I'm gonna have to ask my wife about this one. Are you thinking off over there? Oh. The internet's a magical place, you know it?
It truly is. It's like the modern day Wonderland.
It's the internet is undefeated. I don't care what all the old timers say. The internet's a good thing because it is. God damn, it's funny. This is a good preview for the Garden City show. Like I was gonna try to set up a projector screen to and so we could watch some videos, but they didn't have a TV, and it doesn't look like there's a real good place to put a screen or anything. So we'll have to just come up with premises like this. Maybe we'll have an iPad or something so we can watch some. If we need to, we can have material like this. But I think it's gonna be a fun time.
It's gonna be a good time.
Curious to see how it all goes, but I'm gonna have a few bits lined up. But then, as in typical bull session form, wherever the conversation goes, it goes, and you can make a dick joke in just about any situation. So, with that, you can make people laugh in just about any situation. So,
fair enough. Even if you're having a sneezing fit, you can still throw in a joke while you're uncontrollably ejaculating all over the people you're talking to.
I have got a shitload of like porn spam comments on the chat here, which is well, there we go. I'm reporting them. There's a fuckload
Men
of
being us.
Yeah, there's a shitload of chat messages over here, and only like 3 of them from from people actually watching. The rest of it's just spam bots. Fucking, and of course they're all porn. Are all porn. Jorge says to the other 2 people watching, what country do y'all think these spam accounts are from?
Hopefully Nigeria.
Yeah. I was hoping to have this on all of them, but I don't know what the fuck was going on with the live stream earlier, but well, we're only on the YouTubes.
On tubes.
On the tubes. I'm gonna share it in the Bull Session group though. I had a post up for a solid 24 hours and a total of 23 people saw it on my page. Like less than 1,000% or I guess right at 1/1000% of my followers saw it. It's amazing.
They shadow ban the fuck out of people.
Oh, it's ridiculous. It's fucking stupid. How'd y'all make do coming back from Elko, Eric?
We went and saw the canyon, and I don't remember much trip. The truth, pretty well.
Yeah, that was.
We had a good time. Elko was fun. I hadn't shut up about it.
That was a good old time. That Saturday night show was a hoot. That was a good old time. I'm looking forward to doing that again.
That whole thing was just a good experience. That was just something completely different than I've ever done.
Yeah, it's
going and playing a show and then having a big crowd that was into it, and then going to another show.
Yeah.
And watching.
Yeah, it was cool. And
all being just authentic cowboy.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. That was a really good weekend. And yeah, I'd like to do some more of those, just kind of wherever I happen to be. And that's the really cool thing about having this nationwide audience. You know, it's not a huge audience, but there are people from everywhere. It can just like, hey, who's in this neck of the woods? Let's set up at a bar and do a show. Just tell some. Yeah,
right. Because like you got enough contacts, you could be about anywhere. Mm-hmm. And like, well, I've got people within 3 hours of here.
Yeah,
round some folks up.
Yeah, exactly, and they're all folks that are used to driving a long way to anywhere. So
yeah,
a 3-4 hour trip's not much for most of our kind. So it makes it. No, go ahead.
You got a lot of folks lined up for Garden City.
I think we'll have a pretty good crowd. I'm going to be in for my nephew's wedding, and so it'd be my dad's side of the family, which is huge. So I'll get a bunch of my cousins and stuff coming in, and
yes. Your old podcasts with your cousins always cracked me up.
Yeah,
I listened to those to those putting hay up last year. Just whenever I get tired listening to music or listening to the sound of the cab or whatever.
Yeah,
I listen to a lot of that. I got a lot of good laughs out of that.
He's funny, so I'm trying to talk him into coming on stage with us, and I think I got him convinced. But I think I'd like to get, if he can't do it, I'd like to get one more guy up there, and 4 seems to be a pretty good number on stage for something like that. But
yeah, that's pretty good.
Are you gonna have another show kind of like the Elko show up there? Is that what this kind of is? Or?
This one we're just gonna do comedy. I didn't know how many musical type acts I could get in. Like I know I could probably get a few in, but I don't know them very well, and so I didn't want it to be something that I couldn't kind of predict, or at least have a vision for how it was going to go.
Right.
And this way, like I know, and it's also like I probably can't do a full hour of entertaining a live audience by myself, but I know that when we get a couple of us guys going, we can keep it going for a couple hours pretty easy.
Oh yeah.
And have people laughing too. So I'm not so much worried about the bull session. The bull sessions work anytime. That Elko deal, once I make a few more contacts with people that are a little more musically inclined than myself, I'd like to start setting those up in different places too. And Oklahoma, Texas, that where you guys are is pretty central. So I mean,
yeah.
So it's nothing. I mean, there's about 4 different states there that I could give you guys a holler, and it would be about the same drive.
Right.
So
we could do Oklahoma, Texas, Kansas, New Mexico, or Colorado.
Yeah.
And it's all going to be, depending on where it's at, it could all be, within 4 hours.
Or even 6.
Yeah.
Even 6.
Yeah. I mean, it was nothing to, I mean, shit, we drove down to Amarillo, was 4 hours from Syracuse to go see Turnpike before. I've drove to Amarillo to see Turnpike plenty of time, or not Turnpike, but just drove to Amarillo to see shows plenty of times. I've drove to Denver, Fort Collins to see shows. That's a 6-hour drive, and I didn't bat an eye at it. Just what you do. You got, you live in the middle of nowhere. You got to drive a long way to anywhere.
Right. Yeah.
And
that's kind of my friends or my wife gives me a haircut. I got to drive an hour.
Yeah. And I was really kind of surprised you agreed to come out to Elko. Just because I was like, I was just kind of a flyer. I was like, it's a long fucking way for him, but we'll throw it out there anyways. I'm glad you did. I wished I could have paid you a little better, but one of these days it'll happen.
I wasn't so interested in getting paid. I was just more interested in having an excuse to go to Elko and see different country.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you made it. I know it's one of those things. I was kind of, it worked out really good, but and we made a little bit of money, or you guys made a little bit of money. I didn't make anything, but it was, it was cool. It was, because it still wasn't the full poetry gathering crowd, and we had a hell of a crowd that Saturday. So it was.
We filled that bar up.
Yeah, they made good money at the bar too. That was also a cool thing. It was a rowdy crowd Saturday, but it was a good rowdy.
It was a good rowdy. It was the kind of rowdy that was buying drinks every 5 minutes.
Yeah, and it was the kind that
not having to get kicked out of there.
Yeah,
just loud.
It was the kind that we could talk shit to from the crowd or from the stage, and them not take it personal either. And it was a good, it was just good old cowboys having fun. And I loved the shit out of it. That was so much fun. But yeah, it's I think at Garden City we'll just do we'll just I've got a bit that I'm working on. I'm working on to open it with a little science squatch, because we're living in the golden age of conspiracy theories.
Yes, true enough.
We've got
that women have orgasms.
Right. I mean that we are so close to just cracking that big conspiracy right in half. They either don't have orgasms at all, or they have an orgasm every time. There's no two ways about it. And
it's
we're
just
so
uncontrollable walking from the house to the pickup.
Right. That's why they always have a water bottle on them. They have to stay hydrated. Have to. They're just like a snail, just sliming along.
Could be a lot to that. If you put salt on a slug, they'll shrivel up and die.
That's true. That's why the douche has to be a certain pH, right?
There's a lot to it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's but this alpha masculinity guy is I'm gonna have to get him on the podcast. That he
gotta get him on.
He sounds awesome. he sounds like my new favorite person.
He's right behind Alex Jones.
Alex Jones is so entertaining. Like I don't watch him very often because he's a lot, but yeah, he's super entertaining.
It's a lot to handle.
Yeah, it is. I can see how people ended up in the Capitol building if they're listening to, like, they're probably the type of people though that thought Alex Jones was like a CIA operative.
Was he not?
It's debatable, but like they're the type of people that believed that Hillary Clinton got hung at Gitmo. you know when that whole deal.
I've not heard this theory. Please enlighten me.
Oh, it was a fake news article here a while back, but it got floated around. I think it was around the first of the year, maybe. It was a little while back.
That Hillary got hung in Gitmo?
Yeah, it was a secret military tribunal.
Yeah, I haven't heard that one either.
Yeah, it was Hillary and Bill and Bill Barr and I forget who else.
Bill Barr?
Yeah, Bill Barr. Possibly Mike Pence, maybe, I forget, but I feel like the people that would read and believe that are the people that like actually stormed the Capitol. But I mean, there was obviously some FBI agent that probably started the whole thing. But the dumb shits that followed, like the Viking helmet guy, he probably believed that story.
That guy was a warlord.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was a shaman prince or something.
Yeah, the QAnon shaman. Can we like get a pardon for that guy and like have him run for some sort of public office?
He has to be in costume though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
or
I mean
uniform actually, not costume.
Right.
Uniform.
Yeah, uniform.
They should put it on the $2 bill. His face.
They should.
They call it his dress furs. Yeah, it's like I want to see a campaign video from that guy. Like it'd be epic. You'd have to have like Top Gun music and shit. Or no, Highlander music.
Or Danger Zone.
Danger Zone works. You could have like the
Last of the Mohicans intro theme song.
Yeah, there we go. I was gonna say either that or I was trying to picture the score from The Patriot because that would work too.
Oh yeah, that worked really good.
But I don't remember what it. I'm sure it was it's like Hans Zimmer or something that did that.
It has to be.
There's options out there. There's options, you know. But we'll let the QAnon warlord choose for himself.
Well, I mean, I feel like he needs to have options, but not too many because he's under our power now, under our control.
Right.
He's our pawn.
You know, I think this is a good time to go to Patreon because I got to take a leak, and also I want to talk about the impending civil war that's going to happen, and I'm not rooting for it, and this is why I'm going to move this conversation to Patreon. But I want to war game it, see like how everybody thinks it's going to play out because it's not going to be like a North-South thing anymore. I mean, South's probably still going to stay together, but the rest of the country, that's up for grabs. And I'm curious to see what you guys think.
I'm for it.
All right, perfect. Well, you guys want anybody to find you on the social medias or whatever?
Don't matter to me.
All right.
Don't
Well,
make no difference.
Yeah,
To me.
sure.
yeah. All right. Well, where do they find you at?
Facebook about the only place you can find me. Or
Eric Shields on Facebook. Chauncey, you're what, bar something?
Bar Ladder H.
Bar
on
Ladder H.
Instagrams.
Right on. All right. Well,
I post. It's basically a shit posting page. So
nice. Well, those are mostly the only pages I follow anymore. So
like Burnin Bear Live.
exactly. It's just a community of cowboy shit posters. That's what I've built, and I am damn proud of it. But anyway, go sign up on Patreon if you want to help out the show, and if you want to hear about our theories as to how the Civil War will play out, you can find it there. And on that note, move your ass. We're burning daylight.
Your eyes up in the morning, beneath the stars so bright. Pull your hat down, make sure your cinch is tight. Horses kinda snuffy, cold chill up your spine. We'll get your ass moving, son, we're burning daylight. Burning daylight. Burning daylight. In the saddle till the job's done right. Burning daylight. Well, life is just a gather, and you won't catch 'em all. But when you ride through the gate, make sure you sit up tall. I can see the horizon, it's looking pretty bright. Well, get your ass moving, son, we're burning daylight. Burning daylight. Burning daylight. In the saddle till the job's done right.